who are above the law. They're above the Constitution. They're above the statutes. They're above the treaties that we signed and gave the force of federal law to, the Geneva Conventions against torture. The violation of the FISA Act, first-class felony, 5-year maximum jail term. Bush violated it, and proudly so. Cheney violated it, and so does Barack Obama. They are above the law. Here are some of the consequences of rampant militarism. One, it defines everything as self-defense. Rampant militarism is the feedstock of empire. Everything it does, no matter how remote, no matter how offensive it might be, anywhere around the globe, is justified as self-defense. So if someone speaks out against us, someone whose relatives have been killed, someone whose country has been invaded, target. Empire knows no boundaries. When it goes after an adversary, it has to exaggerate it. How else can you unleash the greatest military force in the world against a criminal gang that struck on 9/11 without exaggerating it enormously and connecting it to other exaggerations to justify the Afghanistan and Iraq war? What happens when they scatter the adversary? They go into Pakistan, they go into Yemen, they go into all kinds of other countries. So we have to go into those countries. Empire knows no boundaries. Militarism crowds out waging peace. There's no role for waging peace when the military drumbeats start. It takes over the whole psychology of the nation and corners dissidents with assertions of disloyalty. Militarism breeds expenses beyond the dreams of corporate avarice in terms of profits. The corporations have profited in the trillions of dollars in the last 10 years. They have ripped off the taxpayer. They have stolen from the taxpayer. They have sold contaminated water to GIs in Iraq for money. They have overcharged on fuel. They're so criminal that the government accounting office couldn't even account, with the help of Pentagon auditors, for $9 billion of U.S. taxpayer money in the early weeks of the Iraq war. There have been some good documentaries on that. Militarism breeds excuses. For example, we can't get out of Afghanistan. It will produce a civil war. Militarism thrives on secrecy for cover-up. It thrives on abridging our Constitution, which would restrain it. Article 1, Section 8, only Congress can declare war. It thrives on abridging our civil liberties, the Patriot Act. It thrives on intimidation. Militarism militarizes foreign aid. Our foreign aid is so militarized now that it endangers our foreign aid workers, our civilian foreign aid workers in these countries. Militarism moves into the State Department. The Foreign Service feels sidelined. They're irrelevant. The giant embassy in Iraq, U.S. Embassy, has all kinds of contractors and military functions. That's not the function of the State Department. It is not. Militarism distorts and wastes